Change. It's happening all around us. In Eastern Europe, in the former Soviet Union, in Asia, in Latin America, in Africa, and right here in the United States. Barriers coming down, buildings going up, new technologies invented, new companies formed, new jobs created. Ours is a new era of opportunity, a new era of growth, a new era of change. To help finance this new era, One American Capital Market is leading the way, breaking the barriers of time and space, harnessing computer technology as never before. The NASDAQ stock market, the stock market for the next 100 years. In 1971, NASDAQ led the way for one of the modern financial world's greatest changes. No longer would trading in organized markets be confined to traditional exchange floors. NASDAQ changed forever the way securities would be traded. Using sophisticated computers and a vast telecommunications network, NASDAQ created an electronic trading floor that enables securities firms to compete openly with one another for investor orders. The ultimate result, NASDAQ brought Wall Street to Main Street. The beneficiaries, millions of investors who participate in this market, and thousands of companies that need capital to grow. Today, the securities of over 4,400 companies are listed on NASDAQ, more than on all other U.S. stock markets combined. And more companies going public list on NASDAQ each year than on any other market. NASDAQ is where the fastest growing, most innovative companies have chosen to list their stocks. These are the companies that made NASDAQ the fastest growing stock market in America and the second largest equity market in the world. These are the companies whose vision and creativity are fueling America's future and the world's. And now from London to Tokyo, from Singapore to Melbourne, from Moscow to Paris to Shenzhen, NASDAQ is the model for screen-based markets around the world. It is where companies of tomorrow are born and flourish, where cutting-edge technologies are financed. It's the market that is making America more competitive today than ever before and laying the foundation for a new century of prosperity. The NASDAQ stock market, the market where almost half of all U.S. equity trading takes place every day. Raising capital to finance business and create jobs is vital to the economic growth of our nation and the well-being of its people. At the heart of this process are our nation's securities markets, markets that must be fair and credible to attract investors. For more than 50 years, the National Association of Securities Dealers has been a leader in ensuring that our securities markets are the fairest, most visible, and best regulated in the world. Born in another time of dramatic change, the securities industry actively sought and was granted significant delegated government authority to regulate and discipline itself. Congress and the Securities and Exchange Commission did not impose the NASD on the investment banking and securities business. The industry actively sought the privilege of self-regulation. The result was the creation of a unique two-way partnership between industry and government. The NASD became a vital self-regulating arm of the securities industry, the guardian of a public trust, enforcing federal securities laws and holding its members accountable to the highest ethical and professional standards. Today, the NASD is the largest self-regulatory organization in America. It regulates the activities of more than 5,000 securities firms and their 500,000 registered representatives. It aggressively disciplines those whose conduct is inconsistent with just and equitable principles of trade. And because the NASD is a private organization, no taxpayer money is used to finance any part of its operations. From on-site inspections of its members to on-screen surveillance of the NASDAQ stock market, the NASD is on the front line of investor protection. It is at the forefront of developing and operating securities markets that are efficient, innovative, and well-regulated. The NASDAQ stock market, the National Association of Securities Dealers, exploring new horizons, expanding opportunities, serving investors, public companies, member firms, and the global economy. Welcome to the NASD, home of the NASDAQ stock market, and welcome to this era of change, this era of growth, this most remarkable era in the history of finance, this era of unlimited promise.